Hello and welcome to today's episode of Rusty Duck Garage. Hey, recently a very good friend of mine offered to sell me his 1967 Chevrolet C30 Motorhome. It's a caveman camper. He purchased it from a friend of his who was were moving out of the country. This truck you can see has a custom sport truck cab, so it has all of the upgraded trim. It was a fancy model for back in the day. And one of the big things I like about this truck is it has the buddy bucket seats in it with that fold down in the center there. Those are very, very hard to find, and especially in red. This truck has red door panels, red carpet, and very nice condition for its age. Gentleman had a vacuum gauge in there from the day, probably trying to conserve on a little fuel there. Had an altimeter in there that was mounted way, who knows when, in the 60s. Still in there. You can see the pedals here, the trim around the pedals, that's part of the CST package. And this gentleman was a flat tracker, and he did flat track races up and down the West Coast. And you can see the various stickers he collected over the years. But the inside of the motorhome was pretty nice looking, but it had some serious water damage up in the ceiling. Now, we probably could have repaired it, restored the camper, and made it look pretty nice there. But overall, it's a lot of work, and I'm not sure how often I would use a motorhome. A 292 six-cylinder engine with wraparound windows in the camper really look nice. And here's what you could do with a truck like this is build a fancy camper on it like this guy. But what I'd like to have done is either do a ramp truck, like you see here. This is one of Emery Motorsports in California. They have a ramp truck. You could do that. That motorhome, the inside of it there, you can see very beautiful. But probably what I would have done is taken the cab and the fenders, the front end off of this chassis and built it into a C10 two-wheel drive truck, similar to this one here with the rally wheels on it. Would be a beautiful truck. But the reason I didn't buy it is I have way too many projects here. You can see this 1986 Chevrolet C10 that we're working on. I have this 1976 Chevrolet C10 short bed two-wheel drive. I have a 1975 Chevy C20. I have this 1986 K30 that I just recently sold. My 69 Camaro that I've been working on for quite some time. I have this 1932 Ford with a rim-offy overhead cam motor in it that we picked up at the Reno swap meet. Trying to find time for all these projects. And my dad brought home this 1955 Ford F100 that we need to get running. I also have this 1940 Ford pickup that you see here on the left. Now, the little Roadster that I had, I sold that a while back along with the Model T you see in the background. This 1940 Ford pickup has a 350 Chevy and a 350 turbo tranny and Mustang 2 front suspension. It's been sitting in my cousin Paul's now for 4 years, and the weather's starting to take a toll on it, and I need to get it inside. I also have this 1968 Camaro SS396 that I've had for 35 plus years. It's got a 502 in it, and I just don't find time to drive it. So I need to sell a few vehicles so I can find time to drive it. This 1968 Chevrolet half-ton here is still in the family, and it's just a neat little truck and could use a little work. And I still have the 1979 Chevrolet C10 long bed and short bed conversion truck that I'm working on. Had that for a couple years. And that truck has had over 1.1 million views on YouTube, and I need to get back to working on that truck. And I also have this 1931 Model A coupe that my dad stores in his garage. That we do drive it quite a bit. He does. Neat little car, a lot of fun. But we have to find time for family and friends, and find a little time to do a little maintenance on the house once in a while, and spend a little time with the grandkids, fishing and doing some of those fun things, and going to some of their sports activities, and sometimes just hanging out in an old tractor wheel there. And our good buddy there, Troy here, he was over for Thanksgiving there. And my wife, who puts up with all this nonsense. And then this is find myself a little time on the motorcycle over in Central Oregon there. But anyways, we got a lot of things going, and I just didn't have time for that 1967 motorhome. I would love to have it. I had plans for it, but realistically, I don't need it. Hope you enjoyed today's video. If you would, please hit that like, share, and subscribe button and that notification bell. And we'll catch you next time at Rusty Duck Garage. Well, you made it this far and stuck around to the end. I'm just going to give you a little update on the 69 Camaro. Now, I bought this 69 Camaro from a friend of mine about 3 years ago. I actually traded him a Ford Roadster and a Datsun pickup for this car. And this car has been off the road for many, many years. You can see that license plates has been expired since 1986. This car came with this engine, supposed to be a good used engine. I did clean it up, regasket it, and put in a new camshaft and lifter. It's supposed to be a Z28 off-road grind cam. And here you see we're putting in the engine with the Borg-Warner Super T10 4-speed transmission here. And I had a friend of mine, John, over helping me with installing the engine in it one afternoon here. And the bell housing there is a 11-inch bell housing for 11-inch clutch there. But we got the engine all installed there, and then I started working on the brakes. Had to change the spindles to upgrade it to disc brakes and all the backing plates and mounting brackets and all that. Put new calipers on it, new rotors, new wheel bearings, and all that good stuff. Replace the brake lines and brake hoses front to rear so that we won't have any issues down the road. The brake lines weren't in very good shape there. Got some new BF Goodrich radial TAs and 15x7 rally wheels on the car. And as you can see there again, the tags have been expired since 1986. The car did not have rear bumper guards on it, so I did add the rear bumper guards to it there. Anyways, well, thanks for watching, and here's a picture of our old 1940 Ford pickup setting out in the snow.